Hi everyone, this is Madeline Reinhardt, and this, because of request and popular demand, I'm doing a second guided meditation for releasing anger. And this meditation is going to be more about not only transmuting the anger, but then remagnetizing yourself to a higher vibration like joy, enlightenment, empowerment, whatever it is that you come to. So I want to begin the meditation and just start by getting really comfortable with wherever you're at, whether it's on a chair, on the floor, on the bed, whether you're sitting up or lying down. Just be really, really comfortable. And we're going to start with some deep breaths. So just breathe in deeply and then release it. We're going to calm our nervous system and breathe in deeply again. Imagine the breath getting pulled all the way to the center of your belly, just above your belly button. This is in the solar plexus area. So breathe in deeply. And then as you release, just feel all the tension in your body escape. Just feel your body just sink further and further into whatever is supporting you right now. Breathe in again and breathe out. Now you should feel different. Your state of mind should be different from when we started. Your body should feel different. And what I want you to do now is to envision a grounding cord. You want to envision a cord stemming from where your root chakra is, or the base of your spine. And it's going all the way, it's plugging you into the center of the earth. So it's going deep, 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 deep down, and it's just keeping you safe and grounded. And from this space, I want you to now put your awareness about 2 inches above your head. And this is your spiritual center. And from here, I want you to see a spinning disc. And as this disc spins, it opens up. And as it opens up, you see a golden ball of light, and it comes down, and this is from the solar plane, it's solar light, and it's showering golden rays on you and around you, and it's just encompassing you. It's putting you in this cocoon of vibrant light, and it feels so good. It's such a healing energy. And this golden ball continues to come down. It goes through your head, down through your head. It calms all your thoughts, and the energy pulse continues to pull down through your neck, pulls down through your shoulders, through your arms, through your chest, and every part of you it touches, it brings in health and vitality, and you can feel its positive force. It goes all the way down through your body, through your core, your stomach, down through your legs, down through your calves, your shins, past your ankles, down through your feet, and now it's below your feet. And then let it come back up your body. And as it comes back up, it cleanses every part of you it touches. So all the way up your legs, up through your hips, your core, your chest, all the way up your neck, all the way back up through your head, and now it just sits above your head, and it just creates now this big cocoon of light around you. And just sit in that cocoon and just breathe that in. Take a deep breath again, and then breathe and let it come out. And from this space, I want you to think of whatever has been angering you. If it's a person, envision that person in front of you. If it's a certain situation, envision yourself within that situation. If it's God or Goddess, the universe, universal forces, create a symbol for whatever that is for you and have that in front of you. And as you do that, as you look at this thing, whatever's angering you, I want you to ask yourself, where did you first learn to respond in anger? Many times, responding with anger is a learned response. Either our family, we grew up with a family that always responded very angrily to certain situations, to upsets, or we had a group of friends, or the culture around us was very angry and we absorbed that. Ask yourself, where did you first learn to respond in certain situations, in this situation, or to this person with anger? Where did you learn that anger was the way to respond? See what pops up for you. See if there's a certain memory that this question triggers for you. Do you remember a time where you saw somebody else respond with anger to this same kind of situation? Ask yourself, have you ever seen somebody respond in a different way? Have you ever been taught a different way to respond to an upset or to a personality? Have you ever been shown a different way to be? And as you sit with that, I want you to go back to envisioning whatever has been upsetting you, whatever angers you at this time, whatever comes to you, let it be correct. Let your intuition or your subconscious be bringing up what needs to be brought up right now. So whatever angers you, whether it's a symbol, a person, or a situation, have it in front of you. And I want you to look at it. And I want yourself to allow that feeling to pop up, that feeling of anger to come up. And then all of a sudden, I want you to now imagine that out of nowhere, there's something coming from the sky. And you turn your attention away from what you were just looking at to look at this thing in the sky, this glowing object in the sky, and it's just zooming past through the sky like a comet, when all of a sudden it explodes into a million different pieces. And you start seeing different little rockets and shooting stars all just coming from it as it explodes everywhere. And I want you to notice how quickly you changed your mindset, how quickly your mindset changed when you changed your awareness from what angered you to now this exploding star. And as you look at this star exploding across the sky, zooming through the sky, now it's gone, and now you just see the remnants of the falling, glowing bits and pieces of it. I want you to ask yourself, how do I feel right now? Do you feel curious? Do you feel excited? Do you feel joy? What is it? What is being stirred up with you right now? Check in with your feelings. Maybe you're just in a state of observance. So as you look up at the sky, just notice what you're feeling and step into that mind space. And now I want you to look back, turn around to look back at the thing that was angering you, the thing, person, situation. And as you look down, you notice that it shrunk. Whether it was a person or a symbol, or maybe it was a situation, a scene, the thing shrunk to half its size. It's a miniature version of itself. And it continues to shrink. You notice it getting smaller and smaller, and now it hardly even reaches your ankles. And it stops there. And you look down on it, and you decide that you want to pick it up, and you want to look at it. And as you go down to pick it up, you're thinking, what the heck just happened? What is going on? Why did this thing just shrink? So now it hardly even reaches your ankles. And as you pick it up and you look at it, all of a sudden you feel really sad. You almost feel sorry for whatever it is. It almost looks really pathetic. But you empathize with it. And you start to feel really sorry for the situation. You start to think, oh my gosh, if only it could have been different. And then as you're holding it, it starts to shrink again. And it continues to shrink. And it gets smaller and smaller until it's about the size of a cell. And then it gets even smaller. And now it's about the size of an atom. And you can barely comprehend it, but somehow you can still comprehend it, but it's so tiny. And it gets even smaller, and now it's the size of a subatomic particle. And then all of a sudden, you just watch it float away. And as it floats away, you return your attention back to you. And you notice how much the energy in your space has shifted. And you start to scan your body. You start to see if you feel any more anger. And then you notice that the energy of anger that's left over in you, that energy starts to turn into subatomic particles. And they start to leave your body. You start to physically see subatomic particles, whatever that looks like for you. Maybe it looks like dust or charcoal, or maybe it looks like glowing bits. But that energy of anger has turned into subatomic particles, and it is now leaving, it's escaping your body. It's almost like filament particles. Filament particles that are attracted to a magnet. And you notice that these particles are drawn to that person or that symbol or whatever it was that floated away. It's almost like that was the magnet to these anger particles. And as it floats away, it's drawing these particles out of you, just like a magnet. You notice how quickly and how easily and how effortless these subatomic particles are floating out of you, getting almost sucked out of you, magnetically pulled away from you. You know that you didn't even have to do anything. You didn't have to think anything. You didn't have to say anything. It just, as that situation floated away, its magnetic pull to this anger is pulling the anger out of you. It just naturally leaves your body. These particles are no longer attracted to you. You no longer have a charge to keep these subatomic particles within your space. These particles are no longer attracted to you, and in fact, they're going back to where they came from. They're going back to what they are attracted to. And just let them float out of you. And as all the particles drift away and follow suit of the source of anger, now you notice that, like a magnet that's being shut off, that any other subatomic particles that do not serve your happiness, that no longer serve you in your highest good, you notice that all of a sudden they just drop from you. They just drop like lead. These particles, anything that is not the way you want to feel, it just drops from your body. It's almost like you're shedding this extra skin, but it's subatomic particles. They no longer have a charge. It's like you shut down a magnet. You shut down the electrical power for a magnet, and all of a sudden these particles just drop. They drop from your body. And then as they fall away from you, you watch as the wind blows them away. Just very easily, the wind just blows these particles away from you. And as you sit in this space, you might feel empty. If you're not used to not being angry, if you're not used to not holding on to this, it may feel very empty. But it's not emptiness, it's lightness. And it's a good thing. Feel this space of lightness. You may not have felt this in a very long time. This may feel very foreign to you. It may feel even scary to you. You may feel like something's missing. But this is good. You're emptying this space to bring in higher vibratory thoughts. You're emptying the space to start attracting things you do want. Notice how you feel. You may have been holding on to these anger particles for a very long time, but you're no longer charged to them. They no longer are magnetically attracted to you. Again, remember, right now you're feeling light. You're no longer weighted down by what does not serve you anymore. It's almost like a feeling where you could just float, and you feel so light. You can hardly remember the last time you felt so light, or you felt so free. You just feel like you could just fly away. You notice how light you feel. So just sit in this space. Allow yourself to feel the lightness in your heart. Notice how your heart feels. Notice how your body feels. Take a deep breath. Feel the lightness of that and let it come out. Know that you are light. And this space that you're in right now is allowing you to activate a new magnetic charge. So in this space of lightness, I want you to think of a time when you felt really happy, when you felt joy. Or think of a time when you felt really free or successful, or maybe really accomplished. Think of a time when you really felt loved. You just felt so loved that you were filled and you were overflowing. Or think of a time when you felt at peace, where everything was just still and serene. Whatever pops into your head right now, hold that vision. And as you relive this moment and get back in touch with how you felt, get a sense of how your body's reacting to it. Do you feel tingling anywhere? If so, this is a powerful manifestation of high vibrations. It's just a manifestation of you aligning with the energy of love and empowerment and your true essence. This is who you really are. This is your core. This is alignment. Just sit with that feeling. And as you sit with this, I want you to envision yourself hearing a click. It's almost like you get the sense that something was just turned on. Like someone just flicked a light switch on. And now you sense yourself becoming magnetic. You sense yourself being charged. And you're being charged towards this feeling, this joy, this serenity, whatever it is you're feeling. You start to get the sense that you're being charged for it. So I want you to imagine a coil. And the coil starts at the center of your body, where your solar plexus is. And it goes all the way around you. All the way around you to the top of your head. And it's charging you. I want you to feel yourself being charged. And as it's charging you, you get the sense that the charge is getting stronger and stronger. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the most magnetically charged you can get, 1 being not at all, I want you to imagine you're at a 6 right now. And at a 6, I want you to pump it up to a 7. And you feel the sensation of being even more charged. And from a 7, pump it up to an 8. And maybe you start to feel that intensity. Maybe you start to feel your body tingling. And from an 8, pump it to a 9. And you really get the sense, almost like an engine or a motor, you really get the sense that you're charging. You're really being charged. And from a 9, go to a 10. And now you are fully charged. You're the maximum charged right now. And all the energy and all the subatomic particles of joy and freedom or success, enlightenment, love, you feel that you're being charged for this. You feel so charged, it's almost like you could burst into particles of joy. In this space, I want you to breathe in deeply. Ground that in you. And allow yourself to continue magnetizing. Keep going until you feel complete. This may feel just like a sudden stop, or you might just feel a gradual decrease of the charging, meaning that you're full and no longer charging. It may feel like a gradual just decrease of energy, or you may hear a click, or maybe a sudden just stop. Whatever it is for you is perfect. Just keep charging until you're done charging, and you'll know it. You'll know when you're done. You'll feel it. And once you are completely charged, once you're done, I want you to bring the energy back into your body. You're going to bring all this energy back into the center of your body, just breathing in, feeling your toes, feeling your fingers, getting a sense of the chair or the bed below you, getting a sense of the room, slowly coming back into the room. Knowing that you are now the embodiment of a fully charged, joyous, high vibratory being. In this space, you may open your eyes and you'll notice that the room looks different. It might look brighter to you. You might look brighter. Everything around you is going to be a little bit different than what you came in with. The rest of your day is going to be different. Flourish in this space, milk this space for all you can, knowing that you are now charged to a much higher vibratory level. And if you feel you didn't quite get to the highest you could, know you still did make a lot of progress. This was a very powerful meditation. And in the next few days, you'll start to see a lot of changes in the way you respond to the world, the way you respond to people. Things that used to trigger your anger may not trigger it at all anymore, or if it does, it won't be nearly as intense as it used to be. And if you notice that you do still get triggered, if there is still a charge of anger, continue to do this meditation to release that charge. Release it. And I hope you have a wonderful, blessed day. Take care.